You know what the ruling class of this earth fear the most is us awakening to the lies. You know, I already see it. I see through the bullshit. They created a system where it's a money, sex, power system. You know, they're able to get divine spiritual beings to only believe that they're humans existing in the world, and something outside of them is going to be accountable for their sins and save them. You know, and they're going to experience heaven as a result of being righteous on earth. That's the illusion of Christianity. But the people are going to waken up to the truth that we are spiritual beings, and how we view the world determines our level of consciousness. All right, so if we view the world through religious and political beliefs, we are looking at the world through a lower conscious. Okay, that's a divided look, you know, where you see with religion and politics, someone thinks they're better than other people. Like Americans, so arrogant, think, you know, like, oh, we're the best in the world. Yeah, right. We're deeper in the illusion. You guys don't realize in this spiritual war, things are backwards. All right. So, you know, like in these third world countries where they're experiencing suffering, if these folks had safety, food, water, healthcare, simple, the basic, what we have now, they would be experiencing an elevated state of consciousness. They'd be happy and happier emotions because they'd be grateful because because they didn't have much. Okay, that's an advantage, all right? Because they're going to be grateful for when they have the basic needs that they are not getting at this time. And there are so many people in this situation. Why? Because greed wants fucking resources, wants to exploit their fucking lands. Just like it does fucking everywhere it goes. Why? Because greed never fucking has enough. Greed is never fucking satisfied. And as long as greed controls the earth, there's going to be chaos and destruction. There's going to be imbalances. There is going to be a system that systematically does this and does that, creates wars, creates famines, does this, you know, all this shit on purpose to get us to have those negative emotions that the negative entities of the world could feast on. You know, they're demon, you know, whatever you want to call it, negative entities, you know, and these are what those secret societies serve. That's what the Illuminati, you know, these Kabbalahs and shit, you know, this witchcraft in Hollywood, they serve these things, all right? So when we elevate our consciousness, you know, what do you think these Freemasons don't even realize that they do witchcraft? Whatever, those rituals are not like of anything divinity. No, you're doing spiritual work for the dark. You know what I mean? And then create a religion. Like, oh my God, I didn't know Joseph Smith was a Mason, man. But it's all clear now. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Can you imagine how many church members there? Look at that picture. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't think it would have as many members as it does now if that picture was posted up in the churches. No, man, I'm sorry, but I don't know. Something about that picture. It, and the fact that he had 40 wives, one was 14 years old. You know, anytime a man can exploit their belief system and gain a child fucking bride, you got lies on your hand. You know what I mean? And people don't get that yet. But anyways, so the ruling class, you know, this is Freemasons. They're wicked, man. They're so wicked, and they don't realize it because they're the ones doing they think that they're doing it for the light, but they're not. They're thinking, oh, we're righteous. You know what I mean? Like, oh, for Jews, for Israel, because they're programmed. Christianity's a cult. All this shit's a fucking all you know, like the Christianity, Mormonism, fucking Judaism. This all stuff to get people to be divided. It all gets you guys. The matrix is a set of beliefs and standards in which we behave by. And this was all created by the secret societies, all right? They're the ones in Hollywood fucking making the movies that have you believing the world is the way it is. You know, how dividing yourself from the fucking world, making dumbing us Americans fucking down. You know, and you had a secret society remove all the knowledge of the earth It's sitting underneath the Vatican City. Why? Because they can't destroy it. And nobody has demanded for that shit back. How about you release it and then we make a decision? It is a decision if Christianity is true or not. You know, sorry, I have my medicinal. But, you know, Christianity is not, you know, people need to like awaken up to the fact that, okay, it creates inequality. That's wicked. You know what I mean? Unbalances the energies of the earth. That's wicked. You know what I mean? It gets people to believe they are to be ruled over. That's wicked. All right? Disempowering us. We don't need a ruler when we have spiritual accountability. All right? When we have the capability of reaching to God, goddess mode. When we have unconditional love for other people and as well as ourselves. All right? I'm working on that shit. You know, it's people don't understand where I was at one time. You know, I was pretty fucked up in my teenage years. Went to juvie, you know, and then went to prison, you know, because I put a knife to an Uber driver. I thought he was kidnapping me. I was so fucking drunk. I thought he was kidnapping me in my car. And the police report, I don't remember what happened, but the police report said that I said, give me back my car. You know what I mean? And so anyways, you know, it's, I lived shamefully in certain parts of my life, you know, like I wanted to do good, but there was always that self-sabotage. It was like I'd be good for like 4 months and then I'd fall off the wagon and, you know, do whatever, or I'd do something stupid, or, you know what I mean? It was self-sabotage big time, and cruising a frequency of shame where I hated myself. You know, it wasn't until recently where I actually understand my purpose on this planet and understand I went through everything and seeing the gifts and all the pain, and then understanding that, you know, I'm likeliness to occur. You know, I incarnate on this planet to experience what I experienced, to behave the way that I did, so I can gain compassion for other people. And I'm grateful for that. You know, I wouldn't trade that. There's no money in the world that I would want instead of my experiences, because now I have compassion for people that other people are going to have it difficult to have compassion for. You know what I mean? That bigotry, you know, it's to a degree, you know, like, oh, those Zionists, you know, because it pisses me off, man, that people just feel entitled to kill other people and target kids. You know what I mean? Targeting kids, like, what the fuck? Because why? Because that creates more wrath. You know, why? And that's the future of Gaza. You know, I think that you have to be at a sense where killing a person isn't enough, that at some point killing a child just satisfies you more, because the wickedness in your spirit, you know, I think that's why they target kids, because I think it satisfies the evil within their soul. It's not as fun to kill a Palestinian man as it is a child. And then when you realize it, and then they're so blind to it, they're so programmed that they're blind to what they are doing, that the world's looking at it like, oh, this is our land, this is our land. No, Hamas is bad, they're terrorists. No, we don't believe they're terrorists anymore, because the only one who's terrorizing is Israel, and has been for the past 76 years. So, but I'm so grateful. You know, that's one other thing, man. I'm so, if I didn't know anything about Palestine, and I never, you know, became aware of it, I would still be I wouldn't have seen the system for how it is, how I see it now. I mean, like, knowing how the, you know, like, United Nations is just as fucking crooked. You know, they made that shit up. They made that fucking entity up, the ruling class of the earth. And how are they able to do that? Because they know the more that you have, the more violent you can be, the more power you have. The more money you have, the more power, the more violent you can be. The more you can afford the weapons, all right? You go up against a country that can't afford a whole lot of weapons, and then you got the global bankers on the fucking side of the United States. Why do you think it is the way it is? Because we have, The ruling class control our money supply, control our weapons, control our country, control our laws, control our financial systems, control our educational systems, control our, you know what I mean? That they're able to fucking affect schools and punish people who are protesting for the lives of people who are being killed for no fucking reason other than fucking Trump and his billionaires want beachfront property and make a Riviera out of what should be what should feel like a haunted fucking place. As much death that has occurred there, it's a fucking vacation spot. Are you fucking kidding me? Maybe the fucking demons that enjoy fucking you know, like, nah, what the fuck happened there? You know what I mean? It's catastrophic. You know what I mean? The only people who deserve to fucking be in Palestine are the people that were fucking there first. Because Israel is a greedy ass illusion created by the adversary, by the ruling class. Balfour Declaration doesn't clue you guys in. The name Rothschild doesn't clue you guys in. Then you want to stay asleep. Then you want to be at the mercy of the ruling class. But when you waken up to the truth, which is what the ruling class fears, you elevate your consciousness. Why? How do you elevate your consciousness? With knowledge. Because you cannot be manipulated anymore. When you become aware of the truth of what the fuck is going on, you can't be manipulated anymore. Like you find your wife cheating on you or whatever cheat on you. Once you find that out, you know there you can't fucking you can't be manipulated anymore. Do you understand? Like that's just how if we were waking up like, nah, fuck that. We don't accept this system. We don't accept this government anymore. United States and Israel do not have the right to exist. They're both built on fucking genocide. It should be called something else, not fucking America and the United States of America. It shouldn't be. It does not have the right to exist. And as when we create heaven on earth, it won't. It won't exist. Because it's built on lies. It's built on destruction. And it's all about greed. And there's too much. It has no integrity. The political system has been compromised with Israel lobby. You have the ruling class that created it, funded it, and control it. Do we want it to exist? Fuck no. You know what I mean? But the ruling class, that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of us waking up to the truth. And then knowing that they can't manipulate us anymore. They can't make fucking videos and like, oh, you know, Israel has the right to exist, and people don't believe that shit anymore. They pushed it too fucking far, and didn't and actually believed that they were so deep in fucking apathy and shit that nobody would care. Christians made apathetic, greedy assholes. There goes your MAGA.